There's a moment when life asks you to wake up. You know, to stop running, to stop pleasing, and truly see where you are. That moment came for me not long ago, and it wasn't like a loud or dramatic moment, you know, it was like quiet, like a whisper just in the stillness. And it said to me that you get to choose, Lisa. You're the author of this story. You're the author of this story of your life. And you know, for years it felt like I was following a script somebody else wrote for me. You know, doing the right things or saying yes when actually what I really wanted to say was no. You know, pushing myself to be everything to everyone. And I thought it was the only way. But deep down I knew there was more. I knew I wasn't just meant to live. I knew that I was meant to create. To build a life that felt like me. A life that I felt good being in. And so I started to ask myself, you know, what if I let go of the need to prove myself or let go of the need of approval? And what if I chose joy instead of obligation? And what if I trusted that being myself was enough? It definitely hasn't been easy. You know, fear and doubt, they're always there. They're just like familiar companions, aren't they? And they tell me that I'm not ready, and they tell me that I might fail, and they tell me that I should play it safe. But I've learned something recently about fear, that it doesn't really have to be in the driving seat anymore. And instead of fighting it, I've learned to hold it gently, and I've learned to say to fear, I see you, I hear you, but still moving forward at the same time. Because I've realised that the only way to create the life that I want is to believe that I'm worthy of it. To trust that even my smallest steps forward are enough. And this just isn't about me. It's also about what I'm teaching my daughters. So they are now 12 and 14, and they're watching me more closely than I sometimes realise. And they don't need a perfect mum. And you know what? Thank goodness, because I am not a perfect one. What they do need, though, is someone who shows them that it's okay to grow and that it's okay to change. I also want them to see that midlife isn't the beginning of the end, that it's the beginning of something new, and that it's a time to let go of the weight that we've been carrying and to choose lightness instead. And to not find joy, you know, in perfection. There's no perfection, but just in the process, just in the keeping moving forward, even when the weight of fear and doubt can sometimes feel like it's holding you back. I don't have all the answers, but I do have faith, and I have hope. And I know that if I can show up for myself with love and grace, I can show up for them in the same way, and I can show up for everybody else in my life the same way. So here's what I want to say to you. If you're feeling stuck, or if you're carrying a heaviness that doesn't feel like yours, you know, it's okay to set it down. It's okay to stop and ask yourself, well, you know, what do I want to create? And what kind of story do I actually want to write? This isn't about fixing everything overnight. It's about starting where you are. And it's about trusting that even when you don't have all the answers, you're still moving in the right direction. You've got the pen in your hand. You always have. And there will be days when it feels hard, when fear knocks a little louder, or the path ahead looks unclear. On those days, I remind myself that I'm not alone in this, that there's light to be found if I take a moment to see it. So I breathe and I connect with the part of me that still believes in possibility, no matter what. And I choose to keep going. Not perfectly, not without fear, but with a heart that's open to joy. And if this resonates with you, I want you to know that you're not alone. And wherever you are in your story, you have the power to create something beautiful. So let's keep choosing joy, even in the small moments. And let's walk this path together with hope and courage, just one step at a time. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sharing this space with me, for walking with me on this walk today. And if this spoke to you, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your comments. I love receiving the comments and engaging with you all. So let's just keep creating lives that feel true to who we are. This is our time. This is your time. Let's make it beautiful. With love and with gratitude. Stay inspired.